Cheryl and I made our maiden voyage in the new Bighorn RS-32 to Petersburg COE Engineering Campground over near Augusta. I'll get into details later on the camper, but I wanted to start off and show you pictures of the sites in the campground. They're very large. Most all of them are on the water. You've got water and electricity, but you don't have cable TV and you don't have sewer. I'm gonna ride around the campground a little bit before it starts raining. We got here yesterday and today it's supposed to be raining all day long and then clear up for the weekend. I'm anxious to see how the GoPro picks up without a lot of shaking as I'm riding. Wow, I'm definitely going downhill. That means when I go back, I'm going to definitely be going uphill. A swim beach. Oh, there's a beach on this side too. I'll have to ride down there when I feel like riding back. That's site 41. James had 44 reserved, but he didn't like that for his camper, so he changed, and one of his friends is in 44 now. James is in 51 or 52. James Bryant and Roger Bryant, they're from Cochran, Georgia. They're friends that we know from Cochran. These are nice sites over here. They're smaller than what we have. Some of these pull-through sites are Here's the boat dock in the campground. I mean the boat ramp. It's got parking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boat trailers. Looks like a single ramp with a courtesy dock. Looks like it's in good shape, but not being used today. I don't like these single ramps. I don't like backing down them. Give me a double ramp and let me back down the middle of it. Water's rough today. That could be why there's nobody using the boat ramp. Or maybe they're all at the Masters. That's going on today. Sites 1 through 27 seem to be smaller sites. Seems to be an older section. They're still nice, they just seem to be smaller. Although I see a few motorhomes up in here, the sites are smaller. I'm standing at the beach area and I'm looking across the water at my camper. So I'm in site 34, and these across the water I'm looking at site 34, and that's the floating dock by my camper. But right now I'm up in the section 1 through 27, and it has a pavilion and a beach area and a playground. This signpost is a life jacket loaner station. They encourage you to take one of these and wear it. As you see, there are none. I don't know what that means, since I'm the only one on the beach. This is my favorite loop. It's got 51 and 52 in it, which is where James and Roger are. But it's a loop at the end on a peninsula. The sites are all decent size and fairly level. They back up to, they all are on the water, but there's a wall going around, so it's not like a good place to pull your boat up and beach it, but it'd be a great place to fish from. This is 49, site 49. Site 50 is empty. It's fairly level. That's site 51. That's James's. He's not here right now, but he's got a good site. It's low. Oh, he is here. So he's back from Cochrane. I had to run home for some grandkids functions. And then Roger's up here. This site's good and level. He's in site 52. So one last look at that loop. If I were coming back with a group, I would try to get this loop. We stayed in site 34. It was in a cove. It was not on the main lake. It was in a cove, and Roger and James stayed in sites 51 and 52. They were right on the main lake. They were real close to us, but they weren't up in the cove we were in. So when the 40-mile-an-hour winds came, the 2 of the days that we were there, it was shaking their campers like a tornado was going over. But we weren't getting that much wind because we were up in the cove. So that's something to think about if you happen to be going when there's a lot of wind. Swimming area. And all of that land that you see across the lake is also part of the park. The only negative about the site is it's not level. But with the new camper and the auto leveling system, I mean, it's going to level itself no matter what. This is pretty typical of Corps of Engineering campgrounds. They have power and they have water. So we've got 50 amp electric and we've got water. We don't have cable TV, we don't have sewer hookups. But the campground's real nice, and for short stays, that's fine. GoPro stop. I got a picture of somebody fishing over there. This is the beach area close to our campsite. Nobody using the beach, nobody swimming in this weather. But they are fishing. Tell they're fishing that underwater structure over there. Okay, I'm ready to pull out of Site 34. Everything looks good. Didn't have any issues. So I'll head to the dump station and make sure those valves work right so that I can dump my gray tank and my black tank. It was a fairly short trip, and we didn't get to spend a lot of time with our friends from Cochrane, so I wanted to, at the end of this blog, I wanted to put a few pictures in of Vonda Bryant and Roger Bryant and James and Denise Bryant. We had a real good time with them, and we always do, so look forward to the next time we're with them. I met up with them as we were dumping our tanks and took a few pictures of them there, so here they are. That was the wind over here.
Well, it was only about 40-45 mile per hour gust and 20 miles sustained. It was pretty rough.
But you don't think you had any damage?
Oh no.
Well, what about yesterday? Was it windy last night?
It wasn't as bad last night.
It died off?
It kind of died down. It was still windy, and it was windy this morning, but it wasn't windy enough that I could.
Okay, here's James. I didn't get any video of him this whole trip, but here he is dumping his tanks. Hey James.
Yes.
Just want to say goodbye.
Bye, bud. Call me with the gloves on.
How strong was that wind yesterday?
It was at least 75 miles an hour.